I'm not gonna change my aim that in 2025 is gonna be a love, peace, and happiness for myself. I don't want to instigate. I don't even want to, you know, get into the thick of it with regards to the whole war content. But today, when I was playing my Genshin 5.3 playthrough, from the moment I started playing Genshin 5.3 to the end of my Genshin 5.3, there has been a constant, and I do mean this genuinely, a constant non-stop influx. I don't know if they're cruel bots or what they are, but they are non-stop chatters from both Twitch and YouTube. They are just constantly telling me or like asking me or essentially just saying why are you playing Genshin Impact 5.3? Imagine playing Genshin Impact 5.3. You just played Wuthering Waves 2.0 and now you're playing this dog shit game. Only 1.4k, 1.3k viewers when I just started playing, compared to Wuthering Waves when at launch we got like 2k viewers, right? Imagine going around in bikes when you can fly and all that kind of stuff, right? But this has been a constant throughout my entire playthrough of the goddamn story. And usually, I don't even, especially when I do story, I don't really tend to reach chat that much. Because I want to immerse myself in the story. But my experience playing this Genshin 5.3, it has been barraged by these chatters so much that I felt a little bit bad that my mind couldn't fully focus on Genshin 5.3. After my mods ban or time out one guy, and 2 more will come out, and then another one, and another one, and another one. Like, it just went on non-stop for 4 hours. I think towards the end, when there was a cinema at the final fight, I think ease down a little bit, and then it happened again. Now, I don't mean this to... Okay, and I really don't think this is like an instigating or a war video, because I don't think this is pertaining to any content creators. This is specifically on my experience playing a game. And why I think there's... I don't really have a problem with it, because at the end of the day, there's nothing on the line for me, right? There's nothing on the line on me playing Wuthering Waves or playing Genshin Impact, because I majority of the time play Honkai Starbucks. A little bit of Zenless Zone Zero, and I dabble in Genshin or Wuthering Waves every single time a new patch launches out. So there's really nothing on the line for me, whether I play Wuthering Waves or Genshin or not. But it is just very unfortunate that my playing experience today, especially right after my playing experience in Wuthering Waves, it was such a world of difference for my chat's behavior when I was playing Wuthering Waves for 3 days straight compared to 1 day of playing Genshin Impact. And at this point, I don't even know if they are my chatters or not my chatters. Some of them don't even follow me. Some of them follow me just to comment whatever they want to say. And it's just very, very unfortunate that I have to experience this during my playthrough. Now, I know that I'm not a Genshin main, or I'm not a Wuthering Waves main, right? So my own chat, they don't really watch me specifically for Genshin or specifically for Wuthering Waves. Most of the time it's the Honkai Starbucks. I would say that's like more than 50% of the time what I stream, aside from the variety and all that kind of stuff. But during my short time in both games, the amount of shit that I had to deal with chat today was ridiculous. Genuinely, it was so ridiculous, and I also didn't want to stop focusing on the story in the middle and then just like pick it out, because I didn't really want it to influence the remaining or like the majority of the audience they were watching. But it was just yeah, it is quite unfortunate. It is quite unfortunate. I'm not saying that this is like a way of saying I should play Wuthering Waves more, because Wuthering Waves in their opinion is like a better game, or I should play Genshin Impact less, because Genshin Impact does not have fly. Genshin Impact does not have it's like it's a kid's game, and Genshin Impact is Paimon, whatever kind of stuff. At the end of the day, which is, you know, the whole point why I even played both patches at the same place, is I want to experience these games for myself, you know? It's basically a single patch in a gacha game that holds almost no, or rather less significance compared to the other gacha games that I play, specifically Stario, right? And it really makes me wonder if being a gacha streamer that doesn't focus on one game, is that even a good thing? Because what's the point of playing all these different games? And like, yeah, I'm a tourist. I admit I'm a tourist at this point, right? Even though we played a lot of Water Waves at the start, I admit I'm a tourist at this point. Is that I still want to enjoy all these other patches that the big gacha games have released for my own personal enjoyment. Because at the core of it, I still am a gamer, right? I still like the feeling of Gamba, the feeling of winning or losing at 50-50, the feeling of using these brand new units, whether be it the elemental system in Genshin Impact or the dodge, quick parry, quick assist, resonant swap and whatever. I don't give a shit, man. I just want to enjoy it. And when it's done, I move on. But at this point, it's really making me doubt if this can even be a net positive for the viewers or the community that I'm trying to build in my channel. Because let's just be real, if I were to just focus on one game, if I were to just play Honkai Star Rail, we wouldn't be having this discussion today, and I wouldn't be making this video, because there wouldn't be other community members that are in that game saying, oh, this game, my game is better than your game, and your game is better than my game. Or comments like, oh my god, why are you such a tourist? You don't know how to do this. Okay, these comments, I don't really care, right? I know I suck at the game. I think it's entertaining as well. I think it's very funny that my chat cooks me. I think those are fine. But it's mainly the... When I play both games as a game that I just want to enjoy, and it ends up instigating war in my chat simply from me playing the game. You can check my VOD for all 3 days. You can just simply check. We were literally just doing story, and the amount of chatters that I've had today that were just behaving like kids, it's just... What's the point of me trying to branch out and do different games if at the end of the day it just ends up coming back and foster a chat that is driven by war and drama, by comparison, by my game is better than your game, or your game is worse than my game? There's no point. At this point, I'm basically kind of done with Genshin Impact. One, because, you know, I do want to go back and play Stario, because tomorrow is going to be the new Memory of Chaos update. Two is also because I kind of finished everything. And three is, okay, it's legit. The reason why I still kind of don't want to continue is it just gives my chat a... It creates that environment where I can see why people would say my chat has a shit chat. Because it ends up making this, oh my god, why are you playing this dodge game? And it just happens throughout the entire time. So why the fuck would I continue on? It doesn't have to be Genshin Impact, but I'm just saying this for like any gacha games. If I have to be in a gacha community where the player base themselves are so fucking holed up in their gacha tribalism to the point where if their streamer does not play the game they enjoy and the ends up just turning the chat into a war zone, then why should I even continue that? You know what I'm saying? I don't really even make that many, I would say like, I don't really know how you define it as like value adding content, because for me, I think at this point, for both Water Waves and Genshin Impact, I'm doing content that, you know, is really just out of enjoyment, right? The pulls, summons, story, review the patches a little bit here and there. For Water Waves at the start, we made a lot of guides at the very, very start. But then we kind of, you know, it's an open world gacha game. I just didn't really go out of love with it. So we just kind of moved on. Doesn't mean that if I have to... It really comes to the point where, is it my fault as a streamer for playing games that is something the gacha tribalism people deem not good? And if that is the case, should I just stay in Honkai Star Rail or like in Zenless Zone Zero? Because when I play those two games, we don't get a comparison. Because technically there won't be another Honkai Star Rail to compare with as of this point. And for Zenless Zone Zero, there also isn't that much of a comparison. It's specifically at this point for Water Waves and Genshin Impact. And as unfortunate as it is to have this conversation, I don't really know if this happens to other content creators. Because I might be one of the few that legit dabbles in a lot, right? I would love to hear what Fob thinks of this. If Fob ever reacts to this video. Because I know Fob also plays a shit ton of different games. Like he plays WoW, he plays Genshin, he plays all that. Maybe he plays Genshin now. Plays Genshin less nowadays. I would love to hear like what these other content creators or what these other streamers experience. Because for me at this point, I feel that it's just like what's the point, man? You know? So holy shit, genuinely cannot be. Yo, Kiwi, thank you so much. This will be my quick little rant regarding what happened to me today. I don't really know what to title this video. I'll think about it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. It's kind of farm shit. It's like a 12-minute video, so like I'll probably make like what, $50 from this. So it is really just to encourage a discussion within the community and see where things go from here, right? So okay, I just finished having a pretty interesting conversation, right? We have a pretty nice conversation with Tectone. It has been around 1 hour ever since yep. So this is just additional what I think after, you know, really thinking through what I just said. In retrospect, I think maybe I should have just played Genshin first before Wuthering Waves. Because if I did that first, the Genshin chatters, or rather the people that play Wuthering Waves, they probably wouldn't watch my stream to begin with. And then they'll think I'm a Genshin guy, so they'll leave me alone. And then once I play Wuthering Waves, I don't think the Genshin guys will disturb me for playing Wuthering Waves. Because, let's just be real, I think Wuthering Waves 2.0 was a pretty impressive upgrade. And it's not like what's the Genshin guys gonna do? Oh my god, y'all don't have dinosaurs? Right? So I think I probably should have done that instead in retrospect. Play Genshin first, then play Wawa, and then for both halves, I think the hate would be lesser. Also, we did play One Way for 3 days, so maybe it would happen the first day, and then by day 2 and 3 it would have been lesser. So probably should have done that. Second thing that I kind of wanna about in retrospect. Okay, just focus on Julian's ass cheeks. I think the second thing I kind of want to talk about in retrospect is I think comparisons between both games, they would be kind of inevitable. Because fundamentally, they are both open world gacha games. And like, they both almost target the same core demographic. And while they kind of differ in like combat and like the different means of like, they're definitely not the same game, but it's kind of the same game. Same, but different. So not making the comparison, I really tried to not make any comparison in the little Genshin story review just now, but it was so difficult. Because every single time I made the comparison, it kind of made me think of the other game. And then once I think of one game, it made me think of the other game, right? So, on that hand, I think comparison is fine. And if anything, comparison is good because it kind of brings about discussion, brings about feedback for both gaming companies on like, what can they learn and what can they improve on for their future projects. But there is a fundamental difference between comparison and gacha tribalism, which is what caused the whole thing to begin with. Because there wasn't, it wasn't comparison in the form of a, oh, they can improve here. It was just, why are you playing this dog shit game? Right? So I think there's a very big difference between both there. And yeah. Oh, and also one last thing. I might permaban more. Hopefully it's not you, because I really don't permaban that much. But you know, after today, it is what it is. Alright, okay, cool. There's no word of the day. Word of the day is Sag. Join to Discord, join to the other person. See you guys next time. Alright, take care.